Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yesterday, after the service, I was approached by one of our young people. He was he asked me about this question: What is Trinity, Pastor? It is biblical, and how does Trinity become monotheistic if the Christian believes in three gods? So, this question asked by young people. So, as a believer, we need to know how to address or how to answer this question. Especially, you are an elders of this church. So now, what is Trinity? This question has been asked repeatedly by many who don't understand the essence of Trinity, from the church father to this generation. Trinity is one of the controversial doctrine of the Christianity according to them. Now let's go to the origin of the term Trinity. The Trinity is being used by Tertullian, a Latin scholar in the late 2nd to early 3rd century CE. The word Trinity in Latin word is Trinitas. It's not a proper noun, but a descriptor of the relationship between the three persons of God. Again, a descriptor of the relationship between the three persons of God. Well, there is no definite explanation for this because the term Trinity is not in the explicitly mentioned in the Bible, but the concept of it implied in various passages. The doctrine of Trinity is emphasizing the unity and equality of the three divine persons, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, with one divine essence. It's apparent that the Bible consistently teaches the oneness of God. In Deuteronomy 6:4 said, O hear Israel, the Lord is God, the Lord is one, which been complemented in the New Testament while revealing the full divinity of the Son. John 1:1 said, In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In Hebrews 1:8 said, But the Son said, Your throne, O God, is forever and ever, and the righteous scepter is the scepter of His kingdom. Implied or pointing to the Son. Now, in the Holy Spirit, Acts 5:3-4, But Peter said, Ananias, why Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back some of the price of the land? While it remained unsold, did it not remain your own? And after it was sold, was it not under your control? Why is that you have conceived in deeds in your heart? You have not lied to men, but to God. Is pointing to the Holy Spirit as God. The three affirmations demonstrate that the three persons are not lesser or subordinate being, but equally and fully God. There is no internal subordination among the three persons, whatever the role or being, risks undermining the essential unity of God and bearing into hierarchical territory such as subordinatism or trinitism. The co-equality of the Trinity by pointing to the cooperative work of the Son, the Father, Son, and the Spirit. In the key biblical moment, like Jesus' baptism, where the Father speaks, the Son is baptized, and the Holy Spirit descends. And it's provide a powerful visual representation of the co-equality and unity of action. Matthew 16-17. You can read Matthew 3:16-17. And the same to the Great Commission. Despite the three persons working in the mission of salvation, Matthew 28:19 said, Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. This passage revealed the unity of action and purpose, not not a hierarchy of authority. The Son or the Spirit is internally subordinate to the Father, compromises the biblical monotheism, and distort the nature of God. The distinct role since in salvation history reflects the voluntary and temporary arrangement, not an internal structure of the authority, preserving shared the essence and and the equal glory of the three persons of the Godhead. Again, there is no word Trinity, but the concept of it implied hidden from the Testament to the New Testament. That's the Trinity. I hope that if someone asks you about what is Trinity, I hope that you learn from this teaching that yes, the word Trinity is not found in the Bible, but it implied to the various passages. I hope as an elder of this church, you will work and try to learn about our doctrines because it is essential for us to know what we believe. So, brothers and sisters, I hope and pray that you learn from this lesson as we go to our next meeting. God bless you all. Good morning.